I treated myself to a little cinema while you were out of town.
Yeah, I think I saw something about this.
Yeah, man. So movie that's been all the rage here lately, the last couple of weeks, been killing it at the box office, is Project Hail Mary. It's from the same author as The Martian, so this is an adaptation of that book. He wrote both The Martian and Project Hail Mary. And I gotta say, man, so the directors for this one, it's Phil Lord and
Chris Miller.
Yeah, Christopher Miller from Solo. So I definitely don't. First off, I'm not going to spoil anything about this movie. We're not here to review this movie. Yep. And second of all, I want to say that despite what I'm about to say, I really loved the movie. But the most common comparison that I've had to it is like people say it's like a mix of The Martian and Interstellar, and I completely get that comparison. Like that's honestly, I would compare it that same way, but I also would put the caveat in there that it's not as good as either of those movies.
Gotcha.
It is a much more lighthearted movie. Not to say it's not serious. It is serious, but it's much more. There's much more comedy and lightheartedness in it. But I will say that it's not done in a way that I typically like. It's just not done in the way where it's like overly try hard that they were trying to make you laugh.
That's good.
There's a couple things I want to point out about it. Number one is, so he meets a little alien named Rocky, who's kind of become the star of all the promotional materials. If it had been me, I would actually probably prefer that they just left him completely out of all the trailers.
I was going to bring that up because I remember seeing the trailer for that a few months ago, and the first half of the trailer really had me intrigued, and then I felt like I got what felt like a big reveal when I saw the alien.
Right.
And yeah, that's interesting though.
The guy, so there's a puppeteer. So Rocky is actually a puppet.
Yeah.
In like 90% of the shots, it's a puppet and not CGI. I think that's the sole thing, like the sole decision that they made that makes this movie excellent, in my opinion, is that James Ortiz is the puppeteer. He will not get any credit, I'm sure, in like the media and stuff. But he did brilliant work with it. I think if Rocky had been a CGI entity, it would have been a lot harder to connect with him. And the other thing that they did with Rocky that I really like is that Rocky is not stupid. Like he's funny because of the things he does.
Yeah.
But he's not in on the jokes. Like that's just how he is.
Right. And
it's funny to us because he's a little alien guy.
Yeah.
But Rocky's actually a fucking engineer. Like Rocky is brilliant. And his people live on a different planet. You know what I mean? So like, what he considers to be engineering is like on another level from us, but it's also different.
Yeah.
They don't have the same like atoms and things that we have. And the way the story plays with that is really good. And I really enjoyed that aspect of it. It's like they didn't just make a incompetent, funny sidekick. You know what I mean? He could have very easily started to like get into like Grogu territory. And not that I hate Grogu, but it is over the top sometimes.
Yeah, and also, there's not currently any room for another Grogu type character.
Right.
And for the record, I don't know if Grogu would have been received the same way if he came along during the same time as Baby Groot. Like, there's only room for really one of those at a time.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm glad to hear that Rocky isn't one of those.
No, I wouldn't consider him to be like that. He's very much like I think he's like the emotional center of the movie. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Ryan Gosling because, like, this is my favorite Ryan Gosling role. He killed it. He killed it, 100%. I have not seen 2049.
Okay, yeah, that's...
So, I will also throw that caveat out there. Yeah, I'm about to get kicked off the show for this, but I was going to watch both of them. for whatever reason, I decided one weekend I'm gonna go watch all these movies that Ace tells me I should watch that I haven't seen, and I just started binging them. And then I ended up watching the original Blade Runner, and it immediately ended that binging. I was like, nah, I'm gonna take a break from this. So I haven't gone back to 2049, but I do want to watch it because I feel like I'll really like it.
Yeah, it is vastly different from the original Blade Runner. I'll go ahead and tell you that.
Yeah.
The original Blade Runner, I don't know of anyone who watches that on their first watch through and goes, yeah, that was stupendous. I want to do this again. Blade Runner 1 is immediately a very much a acquired taste of a movie. And you also have to watch the right version. And there's like 4 versions. You
know, there's actually another film that came out around the same time that people tell me that about, and it's Dune 84.
So I won't kick you out for not enjoying Blade Runner, but I will kick you out for comparing it to Dune 84. I will. I'll do more than kick you out actually for comparing it to Dune 84. That is unfounded.
Don't take me to Suplex City. I'm sorry. You know, I'm not saying that they were comparable in any way. I'm just saying that people also do tell me that about Dune 84. They're like, "Oh yeah,
who tells you that about Dune 84?"
I know like 4 or 5 people that like that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I told you. I think I told the story on the podcast about the coworker who was gonna watch the new Dune movies, and then he started with the old one and said, "I'm not watching any more of this shit."
Yeah, the fact that he even made it through it, you know, we just did it because we had to do it for work,
right?
You know,
he did it for fun.
Well, I bet he didn't have any.
Yeah, no.
84 is terrible. So let me ask you. We haven't caught up in a bit. Have you seen the trailer for the Harry Potter show? I know you haven't seen any of those movies.
I haven't seen the trailer. I've seen like the viral pic of a casting that's been going around
for the Snape actor.
Yeah. Here's the thing, right? I don't have, like you just mentioned, I don't have any real knowledge of Harry Potter. So when I saw this image of this guy, I said, okay, so he's playing old buddy Snape. Like, cool. But apparently the internet did not think it was so cool.
So I wanted to touch on this, and so I'm going to explain it to you. So, you know, obviously the really super obvious choice for Snape, you know what he looks like, right?
Yeah.
The super obvious choice would have been Adam Driver. Like, I think a lot of people really thought, like, oh, you know, they'll get Adam Driver. I don't know if they can afford Adam Driver for this role. I mean, he's a main character, but he's not like I feel like if you get Adam Driver, like, he's got to be on the screen a lot.
Yeah.
And he's also probably not willing to commit to, like, you know, a decade of TV either, you know. I know he has a good relationship with HBO because that's actually where he got his start. But, yeah, man, I don't know very many big-time Hollywood, like, film actors who are willing to go, yes, I will commit 10 years of my life to TV. Because he'd have to be in it damn near every episode.
Right.
But so that's one thing. The guy's name is Papa Esciado, and I had to look that up. I really like this guy. That time travel show that I was watching, Lazarus Project.
Oh yeah.
He's the main character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's actually been in quite a few things. He's actually a stage actor, I believe, by trade. And most of the greats are, you know, Hugh Jackman, Ian McKellen, Daniel Radcliffe.
Right.
Not mentioning him for any particular reason here. And so, yes, it's a traditionally white character, and they've replaced it with a black actor. And so, you know, there's always a certain small sector that doesn't, you know, they're always going to make a big deal out of that.
Yep.
But I also hate this casting for, like, the damn near opposite reason.
Okay.
And the reason that, like, there's so much fear about this, not just the normal amount of, like, oh, you know, first off, let's just start with the basics. The costume looks fucking awful, right? The tracksuit wizard thing looks fucking, it looks fucking terrible, you know? So, like, the costume design is really, really bad. Don't like it. But I think the reason for me is in the story, in the books, and this happens in the movies too, but in the books, which this show is supposed to stick closer to the books. Also, before I go into this, obligatory, just fuck J.K. Rowling. I hate her. I'm just explaining this because it's a thing. In the books, Harry doesn't like Snape from jump. He's like, don't know what it is about this guy, but I just don't fucking like him. And when you change him to be like the only person of color on the staff,
that makes it real problematic.
Correct. It completely recontextualizes it all.
Yeah.
And also, like, the whole deal is like back in the past, the reason he doesn't like Harry and Harry picks up on like, oh, this dude doesn't fucking like me and I don't like him, is because Harry's dad bullied the fuck out of Snape when they were in Hogwarts together as kids, right? And Snape had a crush on his mom, And so, like, it also recontextualizes his dad to make his dad look like a fucking racist.
Yeah, and that he raised a little racist.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I'm like, that's why there's all this outcry about it. It's not just, oh, you changed this character to a different, a different race. Like, I don't typically mind that, but the way that they did it, it's like the context of it changes. Like, if they had made, like, Sirius Black, McGonagall, like,
Sirius Black is going to be my new rap name.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Professor McGonagall, like, they could have changed, like, 3 or 4 people on the staff to people of color, and that would have been absolutely fine with most people. But, like, this particular character, and, like, as far as I know, he's the only, like, named POC in the movie.
Yeah, the way you explained it right there, wonderfully explained, by the way, but that does add a lot of context to the whole conversation surrounding this casting.
It's problematic as fuck.
It is very rare where, like, the racist and, like, the people who want, like, justice and equality and quality of television actually come together
and want for completely different opposite reasons.
Yeah, for the opposite reasons.
Yeah,
that happens very, very few times. But this sounds like it might be one of them. And the problem that I foresee with something like this is that it kind of snowballs with its problems, because I can see HBO or the people making this show pivoting and doing something like, well, Harry doesn't hate Snape, or vice versa, or the father didn't do this to Snape, or they don't have this relationship, blah, blah, blah. And what it ends up doing is changing a lot of core things from the source material that may be pivotal to the story.
Oh, yeah.
So I can definitely see them, unfortunately, doing something like that to try to make up for, the oversight of this casting.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's
and either way, it's bad, right? They're either gonna dig in their heels,
yeah,
or they're gonna start making changes, and like either one, I think, would be awful.
Absolutely.
I do have to say though, like, just taking my personal feelings out of it, just watching the trailer as a critic and as someone who unfortunately really well knows the source material, and trying to watch it objectively. That casting is the thing I have issue with, and I actually was really pleasantly surprised at pretty much everyone else. I thought that Ron and Hermione, I thought that they very much cast kids that look like Rupert Grint and Emma Watson rather than trying to make them more like the characters. Harry, they definitely tried to make him look more like the art in the books.
Okay.
And he is actually my only other problem, really, with the cast. I actually think everybody else, I think McGonagall, Hagrid, all of them, I think they kind of kill it just from what we've seen in the trailer. But Harry, the kid that's playing him, he is no Daniel Radcliffe. He's kind of stoic and emotionless. Like, so much of it really, he looks like things are just happening around him rather than to him. Mm-hmm. Like, they show him get his Hogwarts letter. Daniel Radcliffe gets the thing and he reads a little bit of it. And as he's reading it, his eyes are getting bigger and his face is like, expression is changing. He's like, but this kid gets a letter and he's just like, I just got a fucking letter, He's like, he just, even when like his aunt is like talking down to him like he's a piece of shit, he doesn't look traumatized or anything. He's just kind of deadpan staring at her. And I'm just like, this kid, I don't think he can fucking act, but I don't want to say that just based off the trailer. Like, I could be wrong. Like, they could have just not, whoever picked out the shot of Talia al Ghul dying in Dark Knight Rises is the same person that picked out these shots for this trailer.
That person's like the lead cinematographer.
Yeah. So I'm like, man, I don't know, but it's got to be like something like that, or the kid's just not good, and they just were like, you look just like him, and so you can be him.
Man, you really hope that is not the case, because, especially for me, I feel like we finally hit a point within the past, I would say, 10 to 12 years in Hollywood where like kid actors are finally good.
Yeah.
And I would just hate to revert back to what kid actors, for the most part, used to be.
I mean, honestly, like, they had to get them all three of them right. But, like, Hermione is the most important one to get right, and I think they did a good job. There's actually a video out there of this girl, and, like, once again, fuck J.K. Rowling, but I don't hold anything against these actors, right? That's not okay. There's no kid of that age that gets this role and turns it down. I don't care.
Yeah.
And the girl that they got to play Hermione does like a perfect Emma Watson as Hermione, like impersonation, where if I didn't know it was her, I would think it was Emma Watson.
Damn.
She's really fucking good. And really obsessed with it, I think. And so like she, I think for the early movie, early seasons in this case, is probably the most important character to get right. So maybe this kid will learn how to act. But by like the 4th or 5th season, this kid's really going to have to know what's going on because, early on in the show, he's kind of like Clark in Smallville. Things really are kind of just happening around him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, he's always on the screen, but like things, happen around him. You know what I mean? It's like if you watch Smallville and most of Clark's lines are, "What do you mean?" Or how did that go?
Right.
Or how's that going to happen? Because it's just like, it's a lot of him asking questions and then the other person says their lines and does the exposition, And it's kind of a lot like that for Harry. He kind of comments on things. But most of it is like just the people around him being super enamored with him as like his like celebrity status that he really did nothing for, He doesn't really want it either. He didn't even know about it until he was, was sent there. So
this is, I don't know what brought this to mind. Maybe it's still the trauma I have from you trying to compare Dune 84 to Blade Runner.
Yeah.
But I watched an interview recently. It was Chris Van Vliet, the wrestling podcast.
Yeah.
He had Sam Roberts on. And, obviously they spoke a lot of wrestling. But before they got into the wrestling, they were speaking about just some of their favorite media. And I know you haven't seen this, because if you had, you would already be livid.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so...
Is this about to be some Last Jedi bullshit?
Maybe even worse for you. I don't know. It's like, I took offense to it, so I can only imagine how you would feel about this. So they were talking about some of what they consider to be like a perfect 10 movie, and Chris Van Vliet, he said this many times on his own podcast. He said he thinks that the first Back to the Future for him is a 10 out of 10. He absolutely loves that movie, and I said,
that.
Yeah, I said respect. And
it's a weird take. I think most people think the second one, but
yeah, well, I can see either one.
I actually, to me, I try to look at all three of those movies as a whole, to be honest with you, because like I think they're all really good. Like I don't think the quality, I don't think there's a significant quality spike or dip really.
That's true.
With any of them, I think they're all insanely well made.
Yeah, I give you that.
Like I know they didn't, but if you told me that they just filmed all of them back to back and then cut them, I'd believe you.
Yeah, they do feel that way.
Yeah,
but Sam was trying to think of what he would consider to be a perfect 10 movie, and I think he did name some. I don't exactly remember what he said, but it's the conversation that followed that really got my attention, because they were trying to think of like other 10 out of 10 movies and who would make some, and obviously Nolan came up, and Chris Van Vliet said, well, you gotta put Interstellar up there, and Sam Roberts was having none of it. Said Interstellar, it's not a top 10 movie. That's not even a top 5 Nolan movie.
Oh God.
he yeah, and so he proceeds to just, I don't want to say he shits on it, because occasionally he did say he enjoys Interstellar, but in comparison to, he said, the entirety of the Dark Knight trilogy, in comparison to Prestige, which I do agree with.
I mean, Prestige is perfect.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. But I mean, he damn near put like every Nolan movie over it, except for like Oppenheimer and maybe one other.
Wow.
Yeah. He was not a fan, or not a huge fan of Interstellar. Not enough to say that. Definitely not enough to say that he thinks it's a perfect 10. But the fact that he didn't even think it was a top 5 Nolan movie, that made me kind of sit up a little bit.
Yeah, that's awful. Yeah, so I actually had somebody come at Interstellar recently, because I actually had somebody tell me that Project Hail Mary was better. They were like it's like The Martian and Interstellar combined, but they said it's like better than both of them.
Oh wow!
And I was like, listen, and this is before I saw the movie. I was like, I haven't seen this movie, but I would bat my eyes at anybody saying that if you just came up to me and said, let's just say I haven't seen Dune 2. Mm-hmm. And you go, yeah, man, Dune 2 was dope. It's as good as Interstellar. I'd be like any movie that you tell me, if you're like, oh, man, I saw this, it's as good as Interstellar, I'd be like, because I'm going to tell you right now, The Prestige is my number one. Yep. It's 10 out of 10 for me. Mm-hmm. Easy. If you came up to me, if I just met some random person and was like, hey, man, what kind of movies you like or whatever, and they were like, oh, man, Interstellar is like the best movie of all time, I'm not going to fight them on that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, oh, well, Prestige, mm-hmm. I'll be like, oh, true. Yeah. Fair. That's fair.
Right.
So for anybody to try to middle that movie mm-hmm. is crazy to me. And I hate to ever say this because, early Rick and Morty seasons, there was this really kind of toxic viewpoint of you either think this is hilarious or you don't get it.
Yeah.
And I disagree with that, although it is true with that show with some people. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong, there are some people that think that the humor is just beneath them, and I understand that. But there's also some people that are watching that show, and they are Jerry's. And some of them think they are Rick's, and they are Jerry's.
Oh, no.
There is a degree of, people that watch that show and mm-hmm. don't like it because they don't get it.
Yeah. And
I have to say that that's the first thing that comes to my mind with Interstellar is, do you understand it then? Mm-hmm. If you're going to say it's not a top Nolan movie, do you understand it?
And by the way, it's okay if you don't, but you just have to say that.
Yeah, you just say that. Yeah. Or there's always the it's not for me.
Yeah.
That's fine. Mm-hmm. Maybe you don't want to be sad for 3 hours.
Well, yeah, which is understandable.
Maybe you don't want Hans Zimmer to yeet you into a pit of despair over 3 hours.
But to wrap up this portion, though, he ended their discussion about top 10 movies by talking about things he doesn't like. And I thought this wrap-up was hilarious. I don't agree with it, but I thought it was hilarious what he was alluding to. He says something along the lines of, there's just certain sci-fi movies I don't really care for, or certain sci-fi elements I don't like. I don't like a lot of space movies, especially ones with a lot of sand. And I was like, okay, well, I see where you're getting at here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's always interesting hearing people who are so passionate and can yet be so wrong sometimes about things.
We actually got to see the Dune trailer in the GTX when we went to go see Project Hail Mary. They didn't play Spider-Man, but they did play that Dune trailer, and it was dope as hell, and I can't wait for the third one. One more thing, I guess, before we get into the review.
Yeah.
We're reviewing an hour-long episode of TV and not a movie here tonight, so we can bullshit, guys. We're gonna get to it.
Plus, it feel like it's been a while, even though it hasn't been that long.
We didn't get to have our regularly scheduled episode with you guys. So I'm gonna delve into something we don't like to do a ton of here. A little bit of rumor. It's been heavily rumored that James Gunn is Audi 5000 after Man of Tomorrow.
Really?
So my question to you is, what are your thoughts on that? And do you think he will go home to Marvel?
I think that's awful, first and foremost, because the man was really cooking with hot fish grease. He was on to something. He really reignited the comic booky flavor of the superhero craze with his 2025 Superman movie. And he was really building something here. So I would be very saddened and disappointed if he decided to peace out. I understand his reasoning, but man, I wouldn't like it. And as far as him going back to Marvel, do I think he would do so? He would only go back to Marvel if the circumstances were different. He would not go back to Marvel just being another top director of theirs.
You think Feige's job, or maybe right under Feige, like a successor to Feige?
I think that would be more likely. I think he'd go back there for something like that.
I think the MCU would be in good hands.
They absolutely would. Yeah. But what the fuck would happen to the DCU?
Oh, it's turbo fucked. If this happens, I mean, I've heard people say that, they're going to bring back Zack Snyder. And I'm like,
but he can't build off of this, and to a degree, like it's kind of like Whedon couldn't build off of what Snyder did.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't think that's the approach. I mean, if you're gonna get somebody to step in and replace another director who was overseeing like a vision of films, then they have to have a similar vision and a similar tone and style of directing.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. I mean, you look at if you look at it, right, and a lot of people are like, oh, this is going to, if that happens, that restores the Snyderverse. And I'm like, these actors aren't going to come back after all this time and play these characters?
Ben Affleck is 55 years old.
Yeah.
He's done.
You're not going to get to, like, let's just say that this shit happened today, right? Mm-hmm. Let's just say today they go, fuck it, we're going to go back and try to finish the Snyderverse. It'll be 8 years before Justice League 3 could be out. And that's if they, like, rush everything.
And on top of that, we already know what the plans were. If you guys are really that curious, you can go find Zack Snyder and, like, his treatments.
He's already spoiled it all.
Yeah. Like, once it was concluded or once it was announced that these movies aren't happening, he just put it all out there. You guys want to know what was going to happen? This is it.
And some of it sounded dope, and some of it was going to be,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Zack Snyder, and also, I don't think he wants to go back anyway after the way he was treated.
No, why would he?
Yeah,
I don't think Henry Cavill wants to go.
Yeah, after the way he was treated.
Yeah.
There's a common theme here.
Yeah.
And even though a lot of that old guard at DC has since stepped down or been, replaced or whatever, it still doesn't change the fact that I don't think that they would want to go back.
They'll just get Gal Gadot and they'll make Wonder Woman 1986.
Kal-El, no.
Please, dear Lord, no. Holy shit. Oh, man, that's also potentially awful news.
It's not confirmed. It's just been heavily rumored. They haven't said anything about it.
I tell you what, fucking Skydance, Netflix, whoever the fuck owns it now.
Skydance, Paramount, Discovery, HBO.
Yeah, Max
Plus.
Whoever you are.
Brothers.
Yeah. Whoever you are, oh great and powerful entity. Whatever you're paying Zack Snyder, Caleb and I'll do it for half.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, whatever you're paying James Gunn right now, actually, we'll do it for half.
Yeah, whatever you're paying James Gunn.
It's probably more than...
Yeah, we'll do it for half.
Yeah, I tell you what, we'll come in and do this shit for like, I don't know, like, just like $2 million a piece per year.
Yep.
And unlimited creative control.
That part is very important, too.
And budgets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give us that, and we'll do it.
Yeah, and we'll turn out a great DCEU for you.
Yeah.
Now
somebody has to.
Yeah. Now, you may not think that Dick Grayson needs 7 movies, but I'm gonna make it work out for you.
Oh, you meant like a 7-episode season of television?
No, I meant like we're gonna introduce him in like a Batman, and then he's gonna have his own solo film, right? And then he's gonna like do another Batman thing, and then we'll have a whole movie where he goes off and joins the Teen Titans for a bit.
Okay.
Maybe we make that a 2-parter, and we'll do the whole Slade Wilson thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then he'll go back and have another movie with Batman. And in that movie, he's going to become Nightwing. See, and then we're going to go have a Nightwing quadrilogy.
Ooh.
After that.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this or not, Caleb, but not only are there more characters in the DC.
Oh, we're gonna do other stuff too.
Okay, but there's also more than one Robin.
Yeah.
So
and after those 7, after he becomes Nightwing, we can bring in one of those.
Oh, just wanna okay.
Yeah.
We're really gonna have to talk about those details. I think maybe off mic.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, because we're gonna want to do Red Hood at some point, so we have to bring in Jason for like about 30 minutes
just to kill him.
Long
enough to kill him and bring him back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna gaslight the audience and just have him be like, "Oh, man, who the fuck is this kid?" And we're just gonna act like he's been there the whole time.
So not even a real introduction, just he's just gonna be there.
No, they're just gonna be. We're gonna start it, and they're just out on a mission.
Yeah.
And, Batman's going to drop some, context clues. Like, I've told you 1,000 times not to do this. Like, they've been working together for years.
And everyone's going to be like, oh, Master Wayne, you know how that Jason Todd is. He's always been such a hardhead.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the audience is like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And then we're going to do some Family Guy style, like, where Jason's like, do you remember that one time?
Yeah, remember
when we stopped the penguin from robbing the museum? And then they'll do a flashback.
Oh, no. We'll do it for a quarter or whatever you're playing, James Gunn.
Oh, no.
Shit.
Our stock's dropping.
Yeah, rapidly. Okay, well,
maybe we're just workshopping here.
Yeah. Oh boy, well I think that's definitely our signal to finally get this thing started here.
Yes, let's head over to the law offices of Born Again and Born Again.
Homies, one and all, welcome back to another very special episode of the Superhero Homies podcast. My name is Quentin, and as always, I'm here with the world's greatest co-host who maybe needs help with his script treatments, the homie Caleb.
I think I just got some help. What's going on? I think this drip is new for the podcast. I don't know if I worn this one on the show yet.
I don't think so. I don't even know if I've seen you wear that one.
So I'm trying to keep it fresh, for the homies. I know they love the drip.
And so clean.
Yeah, fresh and clean. So, we're coming to you a little bit later than we normally would be.
Yep.
Because we're going to try to start recording these on Wednesdays. It's our normally recording day. But we had a little delay this week. So, we are back in the full swing of things, folks. So if you recall last year, we covered every single episode of Born Again, and we are going to do that again this year. So you will be hearing a lot from us over the next couple of months because there are a million things on.
Even as we speak, I think Invincible is on episode 4.
Yes. I've only seen the first one.
I haven't even peeped at it yet.
Yeah. The Boys is coming on in a few weeks.
Yep. We have the Punisher special.
The Punisher special. We found out recently that as soon as Born Again is over, we're getting that Punisher special.
Yep.
It's going to be an hour long. And speaking of the Boys, that Punisher special is going to be adapting a Garth Ennis fucking comic book.
Yes. Like, oh no.
Yeah. I hear it's going to be super violent. Like
Garth Ennis, I have maybe half of his Punisher run collected. It is incredibly stylistically violent.
Yeah.
I think he did this before he went off to do The Boys.
Right.
This is the same guy who wrote The Boys, by the way.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I think it's gonna be really excellent. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does because his Punisher run, Punisher Max is what it was called. That run was tremendous. So, oh boy, but yeah, to your point, Caleb, we have a lot on our plate here, a lot to discuss, and there will be some 2 weeks. Yeah, just we're gonna have to cover all our bases.
Quite a bit. I think. What we want to get started on Invincible next week?
I think so. That'd be the first half of this season, right?
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be bringing you some Born Again and some Invincible next week.
Yes. I need to see who I need to talk to get a like a splash card like Invincible, but just as Superhero Homies.
Yeah, where you can just be like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for joining, and then
welcome to another episode of the Top Part. Yeah. we are here to discuss Daredevil Born Again season 2, episode 1, titled "The Northern Star," and this does pick up pretty much where season 1 left off. Season 1 we discussed ad nauseum last year when those episodes were coming out.
We did,
and I think we have very similar opinions on that. How it starts incredibly strong, and at least for me, it really maintained a lot of that steam up until the finale. And even for me, I didn't think that the finale was a bad episode. I thought it was a bad finale, if that makes sense.
Right.
And so we know that there were some conflicts behind the scenes. There were some troubles brewing. We know that originally Born Again was going to be a completely different show. They scrapped a lot of it, kept some pieces of it, brought back in characters like Karen and Foggy who weren't originally even going to be in it.
Yeah.
And they, considering all the adversity that season 1 had, they really did a great job of restructuring that show and rejuvenating it. They just couldn't quite stick that landing.
Yeah, I think this year, and we have already gotten a confirmation of renewal, so season 3 is happening.
Yep.
So, it's interesting to look at it, and the showrunners this time, there's no old remnants for them to have to kind of patchwork together. This should feel like a really cohesive season. Yep. It should be a cohesive narrative. Hopefully one that will ramp into a satisfying conclusion would be my preference. Mm-hmm. I think I was a little harder on the finale than you were. Mm-hmm. I agree with you. Like, the season as a whole, I really enjoyed it. I don't think there was a single episode where I was just like, I don't like this, until I got to the finale. And, when you realize that, like, Daredevil hasn't gone on the ship and there's only 10 minutes left, you're like, how is this going to wrap up? Is like a meteor going to hit New York? Like, what's going on? And so it was very unsettling, just kind of seeing them ended on such a, I'm not going to say a sour note, because, like, obviously if it had ended with, like, our heroes being down, it would have been one thing. But, they ended it on a Daredevil Captain America speech that wasn't great. And in a room full of people where you're like, these people have already been fighting Fisk, so I don't know what they're going to do now. And obviously, like, judging by this season, like, clearly, yeah, they did go out and get some help and get some more people to join them. But, none of that was really hinted at the end of the season 1. As a matter of fact, I want to say when that shit aired, we didn't even know if we were going to get a season 2.
I think we knew at that point.
Oh, we did know?
Yeah.
Well, I am glad that we know we're getting a season 3 now as well, but I know that they want to do more, and I want them to do more. So I really hope that this season kicks it up a notch and keeps the momentum going.
Yes. By the way, full spoilers for this episode of Born Again. Full spoilers for everything Daredevil related.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
If it's episode 1 of Born Again or earlier, we spoiling it.
Yep.
That being said, man, a lot has been said about that the Punisher is not in this. Mm-hmm. And then a lot has also been said about Daredevil not being in the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
Do you think both of those things are true?
That's tricky, because I think that there's enough clout on Born Again season 2 and on Brand New Day that they can lie to us about those things and it not hurt them.
Right.
Simply because there's a whole lot going on in Brand New Day, and there's also a lot going on in this season of Daredevil. So while it would be nice to see Frank in Born Again season 2 and to see Matt in Brand New Day, we don't necessarily need to see them in these projects for them to be tremendous.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
I don't know, man, but what about you? Do you think they're doing the old rope it up on us and they're gonna be there?
I think Frank won't show up in season 2 of Daredevil. Mm-hmm. And I'm fine with that, because honestly, having him just like show up as like a Deus Ex Machina again, like it was fine in season 1.
Yeah.
But having that happen again, I think it would just feel stale.
Yeah, not to jump ahead. I almost thought we got that at the end of episode 1, and then I was like, he's good, but he's not that. Oh, okay.
It would have been much messier.
Yeah. And louder.
Yeah. So yeah, no, with Frank, I think it's fine if he doesn't show up. Spider-Man's definitely fighting the hand in that trailer.
100%.
And I think if they CG'd out characters in that last shot, I think it's entirely feasible that Daredevil is one of them.
I hope you're right.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
That would be tremendous.
It's Spider-Man fighting the hand without him seems wrong.
It does, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like you're fighting the hand in New York City without Daredevil being there.
Yeah, I mean, he must be doing fuck all if that's the case.
I'm telling you this, man. If something happens in this season of Born Again where Fisk is fed up and he's like, my shitty ICE agents aren't getting the job done, I'm going to get some outside help. And, and he alludes to the hand coming in, the 100% then they're teaming us up to see Matt in Brand New Day.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, I feel like he already has. So we'll just go ahead and jump into it here. Matthew Lillard's character.
Yeah.
Mr. Charles.
Yes.
Is there a comic reference there, or is this just somebody really liked Inception?
More of the latter, man. I've read a shit ton of Daredevil, guys. I own a shit ton of Daredevil comic books. I'm not familiar with the Mr. Charles. If he is there, then I missed that character. But I think that this is just a temporary false identity until they tell us who he really is.
Yeah, I honestly think that this guy, obviously he has connections, I think, maybe even higher than Fisk.
Well, we know that he was talking to
Madam Hydra.
Madam Hydra, number 2. So we know that he has connections to her. Now, is that his immediate, boss? I don't know.
Yeah.
And Miss DeFontaine, Allegra DeFontaine, do we really know what her status or relationship is with the Thunderbolts?
Yeah, we don't know.
Okay.
If she's still leading them, quote unquote. If they're you mean the new Avengers? The
new Avengers. Yes, yeah.
If they're working under her or not, we don't 100% know the status of that, and we probably won't until the end of this year. I would imagine, unless Spidey drops some info to us.
Yeah. If she does still have some pull over them, I think it'd be tremendous if, Fish tries to pull a favor through Mr. Charles. Charles pulls a favor through DeFontaine, and she sends maybe 1 or 2 Thunderbolts down.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
Look, man, if she sends Yelena, y'all's in trouble. I think you're gonna have some problems.
I think their biggest problem would be Buck.
Yeah.
Well, especially if you reverse back to to Bucky.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Barnes. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. But
yeah. This Bucky now, he's a little bit more diplomatic, a little bit more willing to listen. But yeah, that old school Bucky.
I think he would. I don't think he would fuck up Matt, but I think he would fuck Frank up for sure. And I'm just mean I don't think he would mess with Matt.
Yeah.
But I think Frank, he would probably take Frank out.
This guy's a psychopath.
Yeah. And I love Frank, but Bucky, if it's between him or Bucky, man.
Yeah.
Bucky fought Captain America.
Right.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
And won at least one of those fights.
Right. Yeah. It'd be a fun fight, but it wouldn't go in Frank's favor, I don't think.
Yeah, it would be a short, fun fight that Frank would end up losing.
Right. I think that they probably send U.S. Agent if they send anyone.
Oh, well, Frank's going to kill a U.S. Agent. And the only reason Matt's not gonna is because he's a super soldier, and Matt doesn't typically try to kill his opponents.
Yeah. Oh man, they do have this tremendous comic book moment, those two, where Matt calls out U.S. agent for working under Fisk Thunderbolts, which they are in a very precarious position in MCU now to set that up.
Right. Yeah.
And fucking U.S. agent, he said something along the lines of, well, I don't know why they sent you. I'm already right with God. And Daredevil replies, if that were true, then he wouldn't have sent the devil. And then he kills the lights, and they start going at it. I would love to see that live action. However, if they brought in any Thunderbolts, they've done a tremendous job keeping that secret.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I would really love to see U.S. Agent and Bullseye fight. That'd be a great fight. Which it's pretty clear that Dexter is going to be involved here.
Absolutely.
So we're skipping around, but at the end when the whole thing happens and he throws the dagger and it has the "You're welcome," I was like, man, I hope he etched that into that dagger and not just kind of painted it on there.
Right.
And Kay's like, why? And I was like, because he's blonde.
Yeah.
And she fucking died. It hadn't even crossed her mind at all. Now, granted, I'm pretty sure he can still see the raised,
Yeah, he can still feel it. And
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, but it
just
was
to be polite.
It was hilarious to me, yeah. What do you make of the very end, the Bullseye coming in and saving Matt from the not ICE agents?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I called them ICE agents earlier. I am so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. No, I think that as batshit crazy as Dexter is, he knows that he wants to take out Fisk.
I mean, Fisk did break his back.
Yeah.
And then try to kill him.
And then tried to kill him, And for whatever reason, Dex is having a hard time overlooking that. So,
I mean, and also, framed him for all sorts of shit.
Uh-huh. And it's to the point where Dex is like, yeah, Fisk did all that to me. The only thing that Matt did was throw me off a building.
Yeah. And he did that because I killed his friend.
Because I killed his friend. Yeah, so I think that he knows that Daredevil was looking for people to help. And while Bullseye would kill everyone along the way, he will try to stop Fisk.
Yeah. I don't know that he wants Bullseye's help.
Oh, he doesn't?
Yeah.
He doesn't even want Frank's help.
Yeah. That's so true. Yeah. At least he can talk to Frank a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that if Frank and Bullseye ever met, I think Frank would be like, hey, Red, I think this motherfucker's crazy.
I need to see that now.
Oh, shit. But this episode does start with the Northern Star. We find out very quickly that is the name of one of these cargo ships that is sailing into the Kingpin's new dock, which from season 1 of Born Again, we found out that this dock is what's the right way to frame it?
It's a free port.
Yeah, it's a free port. So, the jurisdiction there is damn near non-existent.
Yeah.
And so this huge cargo ship that's coming in is full of military-grade munitions, rocket launchers, fucking explosives, guns, anything you can think of that is extremely dangerous. Apparently, it's on this ship. And also, so is Matt Murdock, who is also extremely dangerous.
Yeah, and he gets his Batman on here.
Absolutely. I
mean that in a good way.
Yeah, he is completely brutal here. I mean, the way he snapped that one guy's arm.
Yeah. Unnecessarily.
Yeah.
He had to do that.
He didn't have to, but he did.
Those guys all died, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, shit, yeah. That part wasn't Matt's fault.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Matt's fault, but those guys all died, especially that guy.
But maybe that one guy would have made it had he not had his arm broken.
Yeah, he could have swam.
He could have swam.
Yeah, but with the arm snapped, he probably died. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they all died.
I think they did. I mean, half of them were unconscious.
Yeah.
So
by the time they realized something was going on, it was too late.
Yeah. So yeah, as soon as the two people piloting the boat realized that, oh shit, motherfucking Daredevil's here, they were given explicit instructions to basically sink the boat.
Now, I'm curious because Fisk later, he does the Trump shit where he's like, oh, this was that mass vigilante, blah, blah, blah. But I thought about this for a while, and I'm like, well, Fisk never really acts as if he knows. Like when the pilot or captain, whatever, says, "Oh, we have our instructions of what to do if this happens." I'm not entirely sure those instructions were from Fisk.
Oh,
I'm starting to think that maybe those instructions were from Mr. Charles.
Interesting.
And that Fisk actually doesn't know, like that Fisk thinks maybe that Matt really did sink that ship.
Oh, you might be onto something.
Because, like, and like I said, this could just be Fisk being Fisk, but like, Fisk is suddenly like, oh, we have to find them. Yep. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, if Fisk had this plan and was like, oh, sink the boat if this happens, he probably would have also had some people be like, okay, I need you to go to the harbor, and if the ship sinks, when the captain jumps off, kill him.
Yeah.
And like, I'm starting to wonder if maybe Fisk really doesn't know about them intentionally doing it and just thinks Daredevil sunk his weapons to the bottom of the harbor. And if Mr. Charles is the one who gave him those instructions. Because it was their shipment.
That's true. Yeah, you might be on to something then. That does add more context to like the interrogation scene where we see one of the people driving the ship being tortured by the not ICE agent. And that does add just a tad bit more context to that scene. Interesting. We spoke a little bit about Mr. Charles already, but we see him sitting in a bar and he's watching this on the news.
Yeah.
Like the aftermath of it all. He gets a phone call. Do we think that was Lady DeFontaine or?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be interesting if this guy worked for the Hand. I'm not super excited about them coming back as like major villains here. So I don't know.
I think with this increased budget they have on the MCU, they could do something more interesting with the Hand.
Yeah, it could be something much more sinister, and I am using that on purpose. That's going on here.
Yeah, we can definitely lean more into like the supernatural aspects of the Hand.
Yeah.
I don't know who Mr. Charles is, and it's bugging me in a good way. By the way, I'm really happy to see Matthew Lillard here. I think that he's doing a tremendous job.
He kills it.
Yeah.
He really, honestly, to be on the screen with Fisk, and you're chewing the screen, you're stealing the scene in this situation. That's pretty wild.
It is. It's crazy wild. Do you think that Fisk knows of Mr. Charles?
I don't know, man. He doesn't really ever seem intimidated by anybody.
Yeah.
But it does kind of give those vibes a little bit of, the end begins when Scarecrow finds out that Ra's al Ghul is coming to town. It's not quite there because, like I said, Fisk is not intimidated by this guy. But, like, the dude interrupted him.
Yeah.
And, like, Fisk didn't kill him. You know what I mean? And he also told his people to stand down. Like, he kind of let this guy walk all over his, like, inner circle. And I have a feeling that doesn't happen very often.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so.
I'm very curious to see how things play out with Mr. Charles. And I can't wait to get more context. I haven't seen, thankfully, any spoilers for this show, but from like early press screeners, from what I've heard, episode 2 is another pretty good episode, but episode 3 is really where things kick off, and it doesn't really let up from there. And so I'm really curious to see that. And it is also interesting to note that next week we're getting 2 episodes.
Yes.
So
I did see that.
Yeah. So we'll be getting 2 and 3 next week. So I don't know what kind of answers we'll get, but I think they'd be pretty pivotal to the overall story. So at this point, Fisk is really throwing around his power to the point where some really big heavy hitters have to come down. Was it like the general attorney or attorney general? I'm going to say.
Yes.
Yeah, he comes in and he's ready to put his fucking dick on the table.
He really was.
And he got a phone call from we don't know who exactly.
Yeah.
And that phone call ended all that dick tabling immediately.
Immediately, yeah. Which, I mean, she's in charge of all that. I think she's like the CIA director at this point.
Oh, yeah, yep.
So, I mean, yeah, I mean, she shut that shit down immediately.
Yeah, yeah. So there's that. What position of power did Bucky have? Was he a congressman?
Yeah, yeah. He was a congressman, House representative.
That's right. He was somehow both way too old and way too young to be a congressman.
Yeah. Yeah, at the same time.
Yeah, at the same time. Anywho. So let's shift a little bit and talk about these couple of Heather scenes we get.
Yeah.
You see, I remember her name.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know. I could never get her name or her face right in season 1.
It took him all of season 1 to remember her name. I'm gonna be honest, man. I liked her okay in season 1, but I was kind of hoping that she was gonna be left there. I'm honestly a little disappointed to see her back in the mix in season 2 and them trying to kind of give her an arc, because like I'm gonna assume that they have a reason for doing this. I don't think any of us ever believed in her as a long-term love interest for Matt.
No.
Mainly because she doesn't know he's Daredevil.
That's a big part of it. And she's still alive.
And that too, yeah. And so I gotta hope that they have a plan for her. It's obvious that she's really traumatized by what happened with Muse. I mean, clearly, and understandably. But I'm interested to see like what they're gonna do with her. Right now, she's definitely the low point of the show for me.
Yeah, I don't think I have a low point yet. As far as Heather goes, she's doing, I think, exactly what the show wants her to be, and that is to be kind of like this fucking turncoat heel character now, who has turned against our main protagonist, and that's what she's done here. And I mean, she's gone full heel, if we're being honest here.
Yeah, I mean, she's straight up corrupt.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, she's corrupt. She's 100% against any person wearing a mask, which she's kind of always have been, but now it's just full tilt. And even to the point where she's lying about the people who she's supposedly or supposed to be treating.
Yeah.
Now, as far as like her seeing visions of Muse, to talk about him a little bit, I'm sure we mentioned this on the season 1 reviews that we did, but in the comics, Muse he's an Inhuman, which, long story short, is why in the comics Daredevil can't sense him, which makes his fights with Muse way fucking more difficult.
Right.
Unfortunately for the MCU Muse, he's just a human.
Right.
And Daredevil can 100% sense him. And Muse can sense the ass whooping that he got.
Yeah.
But just like, in the comics, Muse is also killed. In the TV show, Muse is killed. But one kind of wild thing that happens, and I think the TV show is going to do a variation of this, is that, like, in the comics, Muse, his soul or his spirit, whatever, doesn't linger in hell the way it should. And he finds a way to not come back. He possesses or highly influences another person to take up his guise. It was a young woman, as a matter of fact, who he is able to get a hold of. And do you think
Heather will become the new Muse?
I think that she might. I think they're going something adjacent to that.
Wow.
Yeah. But I think instead of, like his spirit, revitalizing, I think it'll be more like what she saw and the trauma from it all is going to kind of maybe lead her to something like that.
I mean, she's definitely jumped the shark. I mean, she's over here like lying on
Old Swordsman,
And what's your take on Old Swordsman here? I mean, he obviously is about to not have a good time.
Yeah, he's already not having a good time, but it's about to be worse, I think.
Yeah, a lot worse.
Yeah, Jack Ducan. Yes. First of all,
distant cousin of Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah, Denis Villeneuve. First of all, he's Lalo Salamanca. He can do no wrong.
That's true.
Well, he does a lot of wrong.
But, I was gonna say it's crazy, like how different those characters are.
Right. But Tony Dalton, he's so damn charismatic with whatever he does.
He is.
And even in these few scenes here, he's killing it with these scenes, I think. Hopefully he gets out of there. But I don't know, man. I think there's a good possibility that, maybe he's collateral damage.
Yeah, maybe.
But I don't know, though. You have to think about things from like a wider aspect sometimes, because I think in the MCU, he's Hawkeye's stepdad. Not Clint, but...
Right, yeah. But Kate.
But Kate, yeah. Yeah, he's Kate Bishop's stepdad in the MCU, I believe.
Yeah.
And so you got to think, like, surely she's got to be aware of this.
Right.
And I mean, hell, because they didn't want to pay fucking Jeremy Renner his money. I mean, they got to do something with Kate.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't know. Did you have any thoughts on the Swordsman Heather stuff?
Like I said, the Heather was a low point for me. I'm not super interested in her character. I never really have been. She's always just been somebody for Matt to play off of, and for us to see kind of his despair.
Yep.
And how like everything was affecting his personal life. And also just to underscore the fact that like Matt Murdock is always drowning in pussy.
Yeah. All the damn time.
All the time. This show very quickly establishes that him and Karen are back together.
Oh yeah.
Which I was happy to see.
Yeah. Makes you worried though.
It does make you worry for her, that like she's gonna die. Mm-hmm. And like I'm gonna tell you right now, if that happens, Frank is coming for whoever. Ooh. Like it's gonna be a bad time.
Yeah. I mean, and if Karen does die, right, they're gonna get the teetotal shit beat out of them by Matt, and then whatever's left.
And then like whatever hospital they're in, Frank is gonna blow it up. But I wanted to talk about Buck and who's the other guy? Buck is like his right hand man.
Yeah, Wesley 2.0.
Yeah, the new Wesley.
Yeah,
and Daniel.
Oh yeah, Daniel,
the deputy mayor of communications.
Deputy dipshit. Yeah,
deputy dipshit. Yeah. I feel like we're going to see in this season, we're going to see Daniel get thrown under the bus by Fisk.
I think so, right? I feel like the seeds were planted when BB went to go see him at his new house.
Yeah.
And Daniel was like, Fisk provided all this for me. And BB explained it to him why that's like a really dumbass thing to do and also illegal. But Daniel wasn't really hearing any of it. I am glad that BB and Karen, they had that conversation.
That was amazing.
Yeah. And also it led into exactly what I was thinking, and that is how much of what BB is doing is Daniel aware of. And BB really wasn't sure.
Yeah. I mean, she's really playing the system. Mm-hmm. And I love now that like we know 100% that she knows Fisk killed her uncle.
Yep.
Because it was kind of vague there for a while.
It was, yeah. I think we figured that out there at the end of season 1 when the commissioner, before he got his head popped, he was talking to BB, and I think he let the cat out of the bag. Yeah, he did. Yeah, and I think Karen just like confirmed it 100%. Yep. So I loved their scene together. Mm-hmm. I like BB. Yeah. I actually hope we get more of her. Yeah. She's playing a real dangerous game right now. She is. Because I worry about her too. Yeah. Daniel may be a dumbass, but like, I'm gonna tell you, BB, as soon as he realizes that you ain't gonna give him no ass, he might start to put two and two together.
Yeah, and he'll throw you under the bus to Fisk in a heartbeat.
Absolutely. So we'll see what happens with her, but hopefully she pans out well. Yeah. So let's talk about the end scene here. We get Cherry, and we see him and Matt. They're still boys, and Cherry's still doing a lot of work for Matt.
This was very intentionally reminiscent of Foggy's death.
It was.
And we don't actually know Cherry's fate here, do we?
We don't.
Yeah.
We do not.
I know Pittsburgh is a long way away, but they need to get that motherfucker to the pit.
Right. Oh, shit.
They'll have him back up in no time.
Or they won't.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, but also, no, he can't go to the pit because fucking ice shows up there too.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Mild spoiler for season 2 of the pit.
And I did it again. They're not ice, Caleb. Come on.
You know, in the pit, they really are.
In the pit, they are. But
I was like, no, in the pit, they actually are ice. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Amazing show, by the way.
It is.
Season 2 is also cooking.
So. Yeah. I think I'm one behind now. But
well, that's okay. It's a super painful wait, and the finale is going to come out while I'm at JordanCon. It comes out like the night we leave, and I'm like, you bet your ass I'm gonna be watching that episode.
Yeah,
whether it's on a laptop or whatever.
However you got to do it.
Yeah. However,
but this was a great fight scene here that we get when Matt does show up, because the first Cherry, he's being, what's the legal term for this? Fucking mollywopped.
Yeah.
Which is still not legal. But yeah, they bust into his door, into his home, and they try to interrogate him because they know that Cherry and some other former cops have been looking for these two people who were on the boat, who were captaining the boat.
You need me to write those names down? Fuck yeah, I need you to write those names down.
Like, bro, I watched the show with subtitles, and I saw episode 1 twice. I still do not know those names.
No, yeah.
But no, they started beating the shit out of Cherry, and then one of the goons puts a gun to Cherry's head, and he gets whacked with the fucking baton to the head.
I love the fight choreography in this.
Same. It was tremendous. And Matt was beating their ass until he wasn't.
Yeah.
He starts to sense that Cherry's having, it looks like a heart attack. Starts clutching at like his chest and his left arm, which is never good.
Right, yeah.
And his breathing intensifies, and then the cooler agents, don't call them ice, the chill agents, they begin to put boots to ass on poor Matt, and he gets the shit rocked out of him.
He really did, yeah. They were fucking him up.
And I love how they played with like the unmasking reveal.
As soon as they took the mask off, I was like, these guys are about to die.
Well, at first I was thinking, oh no, because there's been like at least 2 instances in the comics where Matt's identity has been revealed.
Yeah.
To the public, and I was like, oh, we don't need to do this right now. There's enough going on.
Yeah, I could see them like doing a whole trial and everything where he has to like defend himself or whatever.
Right.
But I mean,
the problem is there's no Foggy.
Yeah.
So it would be really hard to do that.
Right, exactly.
It would be Kirsten who would have to fill in for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, fortunately for Matt, that's not really an issue because these men get eliminated with precision.
Yeah. Yeah, they get sent to hang out with Muse.
Yeah.
Now the main guy wasn't there, right? Like the main
no, he wasn't there.
Chill agent.
I fucking wish he was. Or maybe Frank should kill him.
That dude is just such a shitbag.
I know.
Like you just want to see him die so bad.
Right.
In a very horrible way.
I feel like he might not get until season 3, maybe.
Maybe not.
Or maybe like, I don't know what they're going to do for the Punisher special, but I would love to see him.
Yeah.
I would love to see Frank kill him.
In a very creative but slow way.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Him not being there is another clue, like that these guys are all about to get killed.
Mm-hmm.
And we just didn't know who it was going to be. And then obviously it's Bullseye, and that's like the big thing they wanted to leave us with.
Yep.
Where do you think they go from here? Do you think that we get old Wilson Bethel showing up next episode?
If not next episode, then definitely episode 3.
Yeah.
Where we leave with episode 1, it's really open-ended, right? We don't really know exactly where we're going right into with episode 2. So we're really just going to have to wait and see what we get here. But I think it's a strong possibility we get Wilson Bethel back in episode 2. Maybe like towards the end.
I can see that.
Something else is also interesting, which we speculated about this in season 1, but we know that White Tiger is coming back, but in the form of his niece.
Yeah.
Who in the comic books, the niece takes his mantle once he's killed in the comic books. The difference is in the comics, like his niece is a grown woman, and here she still looks like she's 12.
Yeah. Yeah, and also, something we haven't hinted on, like, if in these trials, like, we're not going to get to see Matt represent anybody because he's missing. You know?
And he's also like a fugitive.
Yeah, which, I mean, Fisk knows who he is, so, like, it makes sense. He has to be in hiding. Him and Karen are both, and I assume probably also Frank, are, like, America's Most Wanted at this point.
Frank has always been on America's Most Wanted.
Yeah, it's not just nothing new,
Yeah. So we also have to think about what about Jessica Jones? We know for a fact that she shows up because she was in the trailer.
Yeah, I mean, they mentioned her in this episode.
Did they?
Early in the episode, Matt tells Karen to track down like a lead or something, and he says, "Are you going to call Jess?"
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So they've already alluded to like she's helping them.
Man, look, is Luke Cage in this or not?
I fucking hope so.
Yeah, same.
They definitely could use some help.
Yeah,
and Luke Cage would be a good person to help them. I mean, I don't know exactly what they're gonna need from like someone to stand there and say, "I'm Luke Cage," but like it will help.
Yeah, well, Luke Cage never said that.
He did never say that. That's right. He never said that.
I never forget. There was one time where we were talking about this very same scene, tongue in cheek, and you said something. It was very, very tongue in cheek, very sarcastically, but you said something like, So like, here's a trivia question: who said I'm Luke Cage? Is it A, Luke Cage, or B, Diamondback or whoever? And and we had a good laugh about it. And so I remember this was like a year ago now. I made a clip of it. And someone replied and said, "The answer is B, guys." I was like,
"Yeah, we know.
Yeah. We
know. That's the joke."
Who else would you like to see show up here?
I mean, I think that's probably enough.
Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, White Tiger.
Yeah. We don't need Danny Rand. I'd be okay with Jessica Henwick's, Iron Fist. That'd be great.
Finn Jones has been seen apparently hitting the gym, trying to, get in shape.
Well, maybe they're. I heard that they possibly gonna do a Game of Thrones like sequel. Maybe he's gonna be in a flashback for that.
It's like I gotta be jacked for this.
For this flashback scene. I gotta be a knight, damn it. I gotta be the Knight of Flowers. I'm gonna have all this armor on, but I gotta be jacked like Henry Cavill. Yeah. I hope that. I don't know. I hope that's not it.
I would be fine with giving him another chance.
Sure.
It wasn't all his fault. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, that's fair. I would actually love to see some Misty Knight.
Oh, for sure.
And she got the Bucky arm.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that'd be tremendous.
Yeah, she's been very missed.
Yep.
T. You all right over there? Yeah, he did not want to give me that.
I didn't.
No,
I did not. I fought tooth and nail not to.
But I would love to see her show up for sure, and use that bionic arm to fuck up some chill agents.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Would you like to see the Hand show up here in this season?
No, but I don't think I'm going to get what I want. just because, like, I just feel like they've done everything they could have done with the Hand. You know, we got 2.5 seasons of the Hand, and I was done with that shit about the 18th ninja fight in season 2. You know, I just don't need more endless Matt fights ninjas. I just don't.
I think it'll be different this time
maybe
around.
so. I mean, I'm fine with different, but I am not fine with same.
Yeah. I don't think it'd be quite the same. We do know, like, I don't think it was Stephen S. Tonight who said this, but it was someone who worked on the show who said they went with ninjas for season 2 because the show got renewed, but like their budget I think got actually cut.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, what can we do with this? We can have them fight ninjas.
Yeah, we know that shit's cheap.
Yep. and that's what we got.
Yeah.
I think that the Hand would be really fun, especially with the supernatural aspects of it. And boy, like the implications with that are pretty extreme because they have been known to bring people back from the dead.
Right.
You know, with their super mysticism, which has always been a pretty incredible aspect of them. But I don't know.
I do not want them to bring Elektra back again.
I think we would know if they were. Like, I don't know how they would keep that on the wraps, but maybe.
I would be very unsettled that my ratings would begin to drop.
Oh no!
Immensely.
Oh no! You and I both know that's such an important character for the Daredevil mythos.
Elektra?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, but she had her time.
Yeah.
And that's it.
But what if she's born again?
I don't care. I just don't. Okay. Oh man.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that we're about ready to score this one and get out of here.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
You first or me first? Which one do?
You can go first.
Okay. Well, I thought this was a very good, build episode. It gets us back into the world. It gets us into the mindset of our main characters. And we even get to see some characters interact. I think the standout, probably the 2 standout interactions from this actually don't even have Daredevil in them. It's probably BB and Karen, and then the other one is Fisk and Mr. Charles, seeing them kind of play off each other. But Matt is excellent here as always. As a matter of fact, I don't think Charlie Cox has ever been anything but phenomenal as Daredevil.
Yeah.
Anytime I've ever had any issues with anything he was in, it was never him. Yeah, he's pretty much the perfect casting for Matt. It's going to be really hard for anybody else to ever play this character, to be honest with you. That being said, this, it's definitely a little slow. We do get some action in this, and the plot's kind of moving forward, but obviously for a season premiere, it's a setup episode. I don't think that it's as strong as the premiere for season 1, but that premiere had a lot to do, and then also there was a giant set piece fight scene and a major, character death.
Yeah.
So that being said, this one, I think I'm going to leave it at an 8.0.
If I had written it down, you still wouldn't believe me. That's the score I had in mind as well.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Especially with this show in particular.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think we've ever been maybe more than like 1 or 0.5 off.
Yeah, we've always been pretty close, especially with this show. But no, I had an 8.0 in mind as well, and for pretty much the same reason. I think that this is a really solid opening for this season. Obviously, it doesn't stack up to season 1 of Born Again for all the reasons you just mentioned. Mr. Charles is super intriguing, and Matthew Lillard is tremendous in this role, and I cannot wait to see more of him in this season. Fisk, we haven't spoken a lot about him, but he seems to be sweating a little bit, and I'm buying into your theory that Fisk didn't know about what was going on with the ship until shit went down. I think is really intriguing. I I think that we will get a big physical threat at some point in this season. I don't know who, but I think whoever it is, they're going to kill Bullseye. And I don't know why, but I have that feeling he's going to bite it this season. And whoever it is that does that is really going to be like, I think, the imposing threat here. Again, I could be wrong, but I just have a strong feeling.
That's fair.
There's so much to look forward to this season. There's a lot of characters they're going to bring back that I'm looking forward to seeing. I always really have enjoyed Christian Ritter as Jessica Jones. Can't wait to see her come back. I'm looking forward to seeing the new White Tiger. From what we saw of her in season 1, she was great. And obviously, really hope that Luke Cage is coming back. Mike Coulter is tremendous, and he needs to come back and reprise this role. But even not, all that withstanding, man, this episode in and of itself, really strong setup episode, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next. So, yeah, I also give it an 8.0 out of 10.
Very nice.
Well, homies, that is all for our review of episode 201 of Born Again, The Northern Star. And yeah, so next week we'll be coming back with our review of episodes 2 and 3 of Born Again.
And 1 through 5 of Invincible.
Yeah. So
1 through 5 of
title card. Yeah. It all depends on how lazy I am and if I forget.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I shudder to think of the day when it was just like the point and then there's just nothing there.
I mean, we could make that a running gag where like I think we're gonna do it and then it just doesn't work at all. I'm just like, yeah, welcome up.
Yeah.
And you're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, you know the thing.
You trying to buy a vowel? You see, kids, back in the day, there was this show called.
That's just still on, bro.
It is still on, isn't it?
And I think she's still on it.
Is she?
I think so.
Oh shit!
Hold on, before we let you guys go, we gotta find out about this. But I think so, bro. I think she's still on there. Still on Wheel of Fortune. Yes.
Wow.
She just extended her contract.
What?
Yeah. She's been on the show since 1982, bro.
Oh.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah. It's crazy, and like, she don't look that old. I mean,
she doesn't. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, she probably has some work.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy, man. She's still on the show.
Wow.
She's got to be 60.
At least, right?
Yeah. I mean, I actually now I got to know about that.
Yeah, 82. Yeah. Let's say that she was. Yeah,
she was born in 57.
Oh, she was young when she was on the show.
Yeah. So like, but still, man, she's 70.
Yeah, she's 70.
Or she'll be 70 next year.
Wow.
So,
sheesh.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, she's still on the show.
Still on the show. Like, at what point do you be like, I think I can retire?
Yeah, Ryan Seacrest, I think, is the host now.
Of course he is.
Yeah, because I know Pat Sajak's been off for a bit.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad we got that bit of trivia out of the way.
Yeah. A little Wheel of Fortune for you guys.
Yeah. But that's going to be all for now. We will be back again next week twice because we have quite a bit to cover.
That's right.
And it's going to be a good time, we hope. We'll let you know.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time, and then the pit will come on in between our recordings.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, we are really excited, especially for our, the 2 episodes of Born Again next week, and that first half of Invincible. And then before you know it, guys, the boys will be coming on too, so it's going to be a lot. But we will be here covering each and every little bit of it.
Absolutely. We got your back, homies, but that's going to be all for now. But until next time, my name is Superhero Homie Q.
I'm Superhero Homie Caleb.